10年早いんだよ。
Alright, let's just hope the audio works this time. This is ridiculous.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and it will be contested under AWL rules. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, from Mexico City, Mexico, the Warrior of Light, Maji.
Good evening, wrestling fans from the world, well, the sort of world famous BTW Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is Black Tiger Wrestling. God, I hate these intros. We're starting off tonight with a match that could be a main event anywhere in the world. Legends from their cultures, Lucha Libre versus Pro. Or at least that's how I would advertise this.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring from Aichi Prefecture, Japan, representing the Elite. He is the reigning All Elite Wrestling Continental Champion, Okada Kazuchika.
But unfortunately, this man is not the era-defining legend that we all knew him to be. Note the use of the past tense. Ever since deciding to do what people have been accusing Nakamura of doing for a decade now, slumming it in the United States, since joining AEW alongside the Young Bucks, Scapegoat Jack Perry, etc., as part of the Elite, he has been slacking. And he's been called out for it by the AWL's own William Styles. Okada this week going to be facing off against a true Lucha Libre legend in Majiku. Talk about the accolades of both men as we begin. Bang the gong, the match is on. And the Tachiai, the initial charge, won by the Warrior of Light, Majiku. Majiku, most famous in the AWL for being the longest ever AWL Light Heavyweight Champion, back when that was still an active title, 600 plus days as champion. As far as I'm aware, no champion of any division has equaled that, even in the reign, in the era of the Black Tigers. Of course, this is BTW Black Tiger Wrestling because the Black Tigers control every championship in the Animated Wrestling League through the Golden Power. They have rewritten the reality of this branch to be their little playground of chaos and unpredictability. We are trapped in the mystery vortex every single bloody week, and because there are no championship matches tonight, meaning the AWL commissioner, the championship committee, have no influence over tonight's card, we have no idea what we're dealing with here. It's New Year's Dash every single night here in Japan, and it's getting ridiculous. I'm getting really sick of it. But hope stands on the horizon, wrestling fans. In 2 weeks, just 2 little weeks, we are going to have the King of Trios tournament, and that's going to have not 1, not 2, but 3 golden opportunities on the line. The chance to take some of these titles back from the forces of evil, shall we say. Right now, Okada in control of this contest. Again, taking it very, very casually, not even running into the corner against his opponent. The Warrior of Light, Majiku, who admittedly has not had a great win-loss record in the last few years. He's been more focusing on being a coach and being a trainer to his son and daughter, El Hijo de Majiku and Majiku Tsu. Oh, wait a minute. We know Okada likes the neck breaker from here. Ooh! That could be very, very damaging. Majiku looks like $1 million, but you have to remember, he is a veteran. He is, let's just say, fewer matches ahead than there are behind. He's had a couple hundred matches here in the Animated Wrestling League. And now looking for, oh, great kick away by Majiku. Looking to recover. Irish whip into the far corner. And a nasty-looking lariat. Majiku about to use some of that Lucha Libre high-flying action and hits the DDT on Okada. That's how you have to out-wrestle Okada, because even if Okada is going to slum it, even if Okada is going to just be lazy, quite frankly, Majiku never will. The Warrior of Light will always give his best, Moonsault DDT. I love this. It's really hard to call because I'm kind of making these names up as I go along. 7 minutes, roughly, on the clock. Got about an hour of power here for you, and I'm doing my second go at recording this, because the first time the audio was all screwed up. Sorry about that. If you're one of the few people who saw the original upload of this, yeah, that didn't go well. Okada with a tombstone pile driver, now maybe looking for the Rainmaker. Fortunately, Majiku knew it was coming, going for a rear waistlock of his own. And that's the problem with somebody like Okada, is you know he's going to go for that Rainmaker Lariat, which means you can have a game plan. You can plan for Okada. Whether you can execute that plan on a good day for Okada, that's maybe a bit of a different story. Majiku right now in big trouble as the legs being attacked, and that is smart. When someone's a high flyer, they rely on their legs for their power. The leaping ability, the spring ability, that all relies on the legs. If you can take out the legs, you clip the wings of the high flyer. 6 minutes left. Hisatsuwaza Endless Raito! The Endless Light. So many light heavyweight title defenses with that move, but tonight only 2, as Okada gets his shoulder up just in time. As Majiku going now, Orb of Light. We're pulling out all the highlights from a great and storied career all over the world. Majiku, every off-season, he's back in Mexico wrestling, selling out arenas as the legend of Lucha. Here in the AWL, he's been a grand champion. He's been a tag team champion. He's been the light heavyweight champion. 1, 2. No, very, very close there. He just kicked out of the Rainmaker. That, if nothing else tells you that this is not the Okada we knew. Who the hell kicked out of the Rainmaker?
Open 5 minutes.
And I mean, like, outside of like a Tokyo Dome 7-star main event. But tonight in the opening match, Majiku has kicked out of the Rainmaker Lariat. William Styles is right. This is not the Rainmaker Okada anymore. This is just kind of sad. Oh no, from that kind of distance, what on earth is Majiku going to try to do? And he's going to say, no, that's not going to work. Oh, no, German. And sometimes that German is a setup for the Rainmaker, but maybe Okada realizing the Rainmaker's not going to work here. Multiple shots on the outside, 20 count on the outside, DDT by the elite Okada. We're more than halfway through the 10-minute time limit of the match. If you are watching this, again, sorry for having to do the re-upload. It's going to kill the schedule all week. A huge splash, and that's not really Okada's main bailiwick, is it? 1, 2, but only 2. He's thinking, hey, if it didn't work the first time, it'll definitely work the second time, maybe? Rainmaker! 1, 2, 3. He should not have needed 2. That is something I don't remember ever seeing from Okada Kazuchika before. Weakness. In the end, though, the records will reflect a victory for Okada.
Here's your winner, Okada Kazuchika!
And apparently he would like to say something. And if we were monetized in the first place, we would officially be demonetized right now. I'm never going to be monetized. Eh? Is that right?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and will be contested under AWL rules, and it is a fight for four. Introducing first, making her way to the ring from the light side of the human psyche, accompanied by Yang, one half of the original tag team, Yin.
Well, Yang, the most recent, and I hate to say this, failed challenger for the AWL Joshi Championship, her sister, and that is a bit of a simplification, her sister is going to try and enter the AWL Best 4, but I think that's burying the lead, because that match graphic that we both just saw for the first time, that looked like Athena Jane in the colors of the United Empire. Athena Jane's not a member of the United Empire. They've done some recruiting in the AWL Joshi division, but that was over in Canada. That was, Lady Smooth, Jessica Kidd, and Emily Nagasaki joining up with the UE, and basically becoming the only representatives of the organization over there. So what's going on? There had to be a mistake with the graphic.
Okay, and her opponent, making her way to the ring, being accompanied by, maybe representing the United Empire, fighting out of the island of Themyscira, the modern-day Amazon, Athena Jane.
Well, the words of the Imperial unit, Jeff Cobb, confirming that yes, Athena Jane has been recruited to the United Empire, and I think I do see the United Empire sigil on her elbow pads. Yeah, that is definitely the symbol of the Empire. Still coming out with that AWL video, but maybe that's just a case of nobody smartened up the AV crew. I must say that is a particularly ugly helmet. But hey, the United Empire comes calling. You answer the call. Bang the gong, the match is on. 10-minute time limit. Any method of victory gets you into the best 4. Oh, and that's a great cover. 1, 2. And that could have been the shortest fight for 4 in history and the most ignominious beginning to a time with a faction ever in the history of wrestling. Athena Jane realizing, oh yeah, I have to actually take this match seriously, don't I? We haven't seen Athena Jane in a few months. She's been dealing with I know she's been dealing with a few nagging injuries. I don't know exactly what those injuries are, though. That was undisclosed by the medical staff. There is such a thing as medical privacy, even in professional sports. But last time we saw Athena Jane, she was basically running Ueda Nanase out of the Animated Wrestling League. We have not seen the young dragon, the dojo rookie that beat Athena Jane. We have not seen her in months now. Certainly not this season. Yin going for the rear waistlock, forearm strike, and spine first into the turnbuckle. Now those are padded, but that is a solid steel ring under that padding through which those ropes are thread. And an atomic drop that's somehow not a low blow, and by the way, that will hurt no matter what gender you are, or what biological sex you are, for that matter. As Yin going up to the black rope, the Black Tiger wrestling ring. 1, and only 1. Right now, the AWL Best 4. Actually, this is probably going to be a fight for 3, I think. Because right now there's only 2 people in the AWL Best 4. The absentee, essentially barred from the program, Majiku 2, and Canada's Dragoness, AWL Strong and Free's representative, the daughter of the Dragon, Dragoness. They're both in line for a title shot against Black Tiger Queen, the undefeated leader of the dojo. And the winner of this match would presumably go into the 3rd rank, and we'd find someone to fill out the 4th. I'm guessing next week or later this week when this eventually gets up there on AWL Strong and Free. I really hope the audio is working, because I don't want to have to record this a third time. Collar and elbow, off of the ropes. Yin trying to do everything she can to compensate for the height advantage that Athena Jane has here. Hard shots now. 7 minutes and change remaining. Plenty of time. Now, in the event of a 10-minute time limit draw, it is a push. Neither woman will make it into the best four. Cover for the one. However, pinfall, submission, knockout, countout, disqualification, any form of victory is sufficient, and that high-angle flatliner, vintage, dare I say, Athena Jane, a Day 1 original of the AWL Joshi division, and the final ever Global Wrestling Monopoly Divas Champion. One of the few survivors of that organization, Yusatsuwaza, the fall of the gods. But how dare the gods fall before the fundamental forces of the universe? The ephemeral beings, yin and yang, the human psyche personified, the balance between the light and the dark. Yin now looking for a bit of a hip attack there, trying to take advantage of the rather unusual abilities that some of the less human wrestlers here in the AWL have access to. Yin looking for the duality driver. Is she going to hit it? She's going to go for it. But no, big back body drop counter by Athena Jane to escape the duality driver. 1, 2. And just like that, the modern day Amazon comes surprisingly close to victory. Plenty of time left, about 5.5 minutes. There's no clock that the wrestlers can see, but they can hear the time calls, and they know it's been less than 5. Fall of the gods, take 2. 1, 2, this time holding her, and no, 2.75 at the very least. Last time there was hesitation, this time it was pure fighting spirit that allowed Yin to get out of trouble. Over the top rope, down to the floor.
5 minutes past.
And this is AWL rules. Though I imagine Athena Jane would be quite effective under the BTW rules that you would have to challenge Black Tiger Queen through. Knee to the midsection, right hand. Back elbow strike. And German, oh Christ! I think Yin's head just went right into the ring. I think she missed the ring post, but underneath that apron is the steel beams that support the ring. To say nothing of the plywood. If you've ever seen under a wrestling ring, it is not exactly a soft land of fluffy bunnies. 4 minutes and change. Yin gonna return to the ring. I don't think we're gonna get a ring out here, but I don't think Yin would take it if she could. Right now she knows Athena Jane will be coming for her. Yin looking to maintain the high ground, take advantage of Athena Jane as she enters the ring with a moment of vulnerability. The rest of the United Empire cheering on their newest member, Athena Jane, 13. Lucky for some, Yin doesn't indeed take advantage of the high ground. But you're starting to see the fatigue factor here. Using the ropes for a little bit of extra leverage. Bending the rules, but not entirely breaking them. Nasty looking right hand. And ooh, a vicious lariat as well. Collar and elbow tie up, Irish whip. Into the far corner, we're going to see it. She's looking for the Yin spin. Can she hit it? Yin spin! She got all the way up to the head. Brilliant. And a goozle as well, looking for... Oh, God. This, if you ever questioned that this woman is not human...
3 minutes left.
Well, there's her confirmation into the cover. 1, 2... And you're going to see a little bit more urgency. The wrestlers heard that time call. Less than 10 minutes on the clock. Yin going up to the top rope. Might be thinking the full circle. But does not go for it. Athena Jane on the ropes and right now being saved by the ropes. But no, goes spilling down to the outside, but the modern-day Amazon, the Grecian participant in the United Empire, landing on her feet in that high-angle flatline. Yet again, able to just completely bring the momentum of her opponent to a screeching halt with a single move. That is the power of Athena Jane. And a vicious strike there as well, dropping down across her opponents.
Nipun 2 minutes left.
And a simple shoulder tackle. And these giant wrestlers, the bigger you are, frankly, the less good you have to be in professional wrestling. And not just because of an old Irishman's fetish. Athena Jane in trouble in the corner. Oh, face first in the turnbuckle. That's going to cause you to see some stars, but not as many as this. The Tartarusian choke. No! A beautiful counter to the Tartarusian chokeslam by Yin. With 80 seconds on the clock, we are running out of time here. Duality driver, can she hook it? Yes, she can. Up, Hisatowaza, Duality Doraiba! But she's got to get her opponent away from the ropes. She sees the plane of the ropes has been broken in a cover in the AWL. That is enough to break the count. Cover now for the 1, 2...
1 minute left.
And it was that half a second of dragging your opponent away from the ropes. That was the difference between victory and defeat. Up and suplex toss. The incredible power added to the United Empire, already a land of the giants with the Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb. What is this going to add to their ranks? Other than victory and a future shot at the Joshi Championship. Everybody is targeting the Black Tigers and the 6 active championships around their waist, including the UE.
Here's your winner, Athena Jane.
And with that, Athena Jane joins Majiku and Dragoness in the AWL Best 4. Champions Week is approaching. Last week, we learned of the forging of the Alliance of Beasts. Tigers and dragons and kitsune and pumpkin men. I love wrestling.
The following contest is a trios match. It is scheduled for 1 fall, and it will be contested under BTW rules. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, from the Unified School of the Tiger Style, Uji Takuma.
Well, I will be the first to admit, I haven't the first freaking clue what Black Tiger or BTW Trios rules are. I do know that in 2 weeks at the legendary Korakuen Hall, the mecca of professional wrestling, it will be the AWL's debut on that hallowed ground. And it will be AWL Trios rules, as after 5 years of hiatus, we bring back the King of Trios tournaments. The King of Trios medals will double as golden opportunities this year. And this man will be competing alongside Tiger Mouse 2 and Tiger Mouse 3 as the unified School of the Tiger Style. The former Tiger the Dark, Fuji Takuma.
Introducing next, making his way to the ring from Fushiginamori, the Whitebird Fox, Hiroke Kitsune.
Hiroke Kitsune will also be in the King of Trios tournament alongside the Great Tanuki and the Emerald Dragon as Yokai Butai. That means the Alliance of Beasts is actually going to have 3 distinct trios. A sixth of the total field will be allied with the Alliance of Beasts. Only 2 trios from the Black Tigers overall.
Introducing next, making his way from Sleepy Hollow, the Nightmare Warrior, Hollow Wicked. Together they are the Alliance of Beasts.
The one and only intact former King of Trios trio in the tournament this year, Hollow Wicked, Frightmare, and the great and devious Ultra Mantis Black, looking to repeat 2012 in 2025. But one of the many obstacles in their face, in their road, are these three bastards.
And their opponents, introducing first, making his way to the ring from the Black Tiger Dojo. He is one half of the reigning Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Champions, and the reigning Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, Black Tiger Justice.
BTJ, the traitor to the Unified Squad. Wait a minute, these are the trios rules. Okay, it is basically just the same as the tag rules. Everybody will be legal at once. No tags, no DQs, no ringouts. One fall to a finish, there'll be a 20-minute time limit. But in the event of the time limit draw, the Black Tigers will be considered victorious. By the way, this is what the Black Tigers are doing tonight instead of defending any of their championships. Now, you could argue they're saving themselves for Champions Week, but I would prefer to argue that come Champions Week, they will no longer be able to run and hide.
Introducing next, making his way to the ring also from the Black Tiger Dojo. He is the other half of the Animated Wrestling League World's Tag Team Champions. And the 2025 Oshogatsu Taikai Yushousha, Giant Tiger.
Giant Tiger, the might, the muscle, the madness of the Black Tiger Dojo. The man who is not afraid to make his enemies, and for that matter his allies, pay the ultimate price. And you can't see from this camera angle, but Fuji Takuma at ringside is boring a hole in the skull of Giant Tiger with his eyes right now. If looks could kill, that tiger would be a throw rug.
And finally, rising out of the depths of the Black Tiger Dojo, Devirusu Tiger. Together they are the Black Tigers.
And together they are entering the King of Trios tournament, the Korakuen Hall debut of the Animated Wrestling League. Champions Week. Hypothetically, the Black Tigers, these two, specifically Black Tiger Justice and Giant Tiger, could wrestle 6 matches in a week, in less than 6 days. We have never had a better chance of stopping the Black Tigers than we do right here, right now, and thank you to the great and devious Ultramantis Black for resurrecting the tournament, claiming that it was some sort of morale booster, but realizing, no, there's strategy here. 3 golden opportunities, 3 title matches for any title, any place, any time, any stipulation. We won't have to fight under Black Tiger rules. We'll be able to turn the environment to our favor for the first time in months. Ultramantis Black, for all the mistakes he's made in his career, is a genius. But right now, BTW Trios rules, this is going to be insane. 20 minutes on the clock, everybody's legal, immediately we're pairing off, and Devil's Tiger going after Fuji Takuma, the disgraced, as far as they're concerned at least, former Tiger the Dark, the AWL Grand Champion, the most experienced man in the ring. Hollow Wicked going after it, a Poison Rana right on the stem of the pumpkin. X-Plex and a Hidden Blade. Immediately, the former Black Tiger, now the student Up, 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 and no, I don't think so. No powerbomb for you, as Fuji Takuma, escaping his former student's grasp. Look, I'm not going to be able to keep up with everything that's going on. You're just going to have to watch the match, folks. I'm sorry about that. 20 minutes on the clock. BTW rules in effect. And we have our first cover of the matchup on Hollow Wicked 1, and only one. The man with 20-plus years of experience in that ring is going to be doing a seminar. He's going to be teaching the next generation at the Power Pro Lucha Regeneration debut event. And that's going to be March the 30th. So if you happen to be a wrestler and you're in the sort of the Philadelphia area, you've got the opportunity to learn from one of the best of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, less than 2 minutes in, and already the weaponry is coming out. One, the referee will make the count from afar, and maybe a little bit of a lesson here being taught to this creature, to this traitor, this Black Tiger Injustice. Fuji Takuma brought Black Tiger Justice into the dojo because he wanted to bring honor and glory to the legacy of the Black Tiger, to cleanse it of evil, and yet he just lived down to the stereotype, did Black Tiger Justice. Ooh! Devil's Tiger goes down dangerously close to that steel ladder. As the Grand Champion facing off against Hollow Wicked, the Grand Slam Champion of Chikara, the one and only. And attempted to cover, no connection there, however. Devil's Tiger, who has never been pinned and never made to submit, now going after Fuji Takuma. Fuji Takuma with an opportunity here, headbutt, or mask butt, I should say, from Devil's Tiger, and a vicious sledgehammer. Powerful blows from these two, Giant Tiger and Devil's Tiger. And look at that, Hollow Wicked, 20 years in the business, and he can still backflip his way out of a German suit. What is this? Beautiful fireman's carry side slam by Fuji Takuma to Devil's Tiger. Right now, the Black Tiger Dojo seems to be in control, but the good guys are fighting back. The Alliance of Beasts. Now, this is a first-time trio for this. We've got 3 different factions represented under the Alliance. So none of these people have worked together. There's been some cohesion between the Unified School of the Tiger Style and the Spirit Force, the Yokai Buta. Oh, wait a minute, what is this? Devil's Tiger in trouble. Oh, I've heard about this. Darkness Doraibatsu. Something I do know that Fuji Takuma has been developing. A new signature maneuver, the Darkness Driver 2. But only getting 2 with Darkness Driver 2, sending Devil's Tiger into the rounded ring post. Giant Tiger out of the picture for the moment. It's 3-on-2 out here on the outside. By the way, anyone who got a ticket in that far corner away from the action, sorry about that, no refunds. What do we have coming out of the ring? Nothing. He thinks better of it. German to Shiroke Kitsune. And Hollow Wicked tossed halfway across the BTW arena. Those letters, Black Tiger Wrestling, BTW, besmirching the Animated Wrestling League logo. It makes me sick every time I look at our freaking ring now. We've got to do something. King of Trios, thank you, Ultramantis Black. Like I said, our best chance of fighting this. Billy Robertson's special. And a label lock, it looks like. Trying to harvest the soul of Giant Tiger. Broken up by Devil's Tiger. Shiroke Kitsune with a steel chair right across the head of the Devil's Tiger. The mask will provide no protection. Fuji Takuma with an opportunity one more time. Darkness Doraibatsu! And another steel chair shot for good measure. Could this be history in the making? Is Devil's Tiger pinned? Yes, he is! Devil's Tiger, in his 6th match, suffers his first pinfall. Fuji Takuma gets his 60th career win in the Animated Wrestling League. This could be the turnaround moment that he has needed all season.
Here are your winners, the Alliance of Beasts.
Unified School of the Tiger Style. Yokai Butai and the Spectral Envoy together in league to save the league. Are you kidding me? Yamada Jiro? Wait a minute, since when does Okada order around the Black Tiger Associates? Hang on, man, this doesn't make sense.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and it will be contested under BTW rules. Introducing first, being accompanied by and representing Ningen Damashi, Warhammer, William Styles.
Well, we heard from Okada Kazuchika of the Elite earlier tonight saying that he had a hand-picked opponent for the Warhammer, William Styles, and if Styles could beat this opponent, Okada would agree to fight him, as in fight him in the ring, as opposed to attacking him in the parking lot. But again, judging by the graphic that I saw for the first time as soon as you did, no. Yamada Jiro? That's an insult. Yamada Jiro? When you could pick somebody, you could pick Giant Tiger, I suppose, if you would agree to do it. Yamada Jiro? What's next? Tanaka Kenichi? No, it's really him.
And his opponent making his whimpering from the back office. Sponsored by the Black Tiger Dojo. Representing Sidon J. Yamada Jiro.
Well, at least this time Yamada Jiro is being ordered around by a fellow Nihonjin, as opposed to the Black Tigers, a bunch of gaijin that he works for now. And that's tearing him up inside, and I absolutely love it. But since when does Okada give Zidon J orders? What the heck is going on here? Alliances being forged across the Animated Wrestling League lately. 10 minutes on the clock and a running single-leg dropkick by Yamada Jiro to win a very quick Tachiai in this contest. And Yamada Jiro fighting with an energy I haven't seen from him before, or I haven't seen from him in a very, very long time. Certainly not since he was in charge of Zidon J. He was a CEO. Elbow drop from the top, still the founder of the organization, but demoted to the back office. 1, 2, when basically he couldn't pay his bills to the Yakuza. And the very kind assistants were instructed by their higher-ups to take over, and they've done so. And now the entire foundation being paid and supported and sponsored by the Black Tigers to create Black Tiger Associates. Yamada Jiro's been left out in the cold more than usual. German does not connect. Yamada Jiro does have the height and I would say the reach advantage over William Styles. Belly-to-belly overhead release suplex, but Styles has the power. The Warhammer, with strength, power, muscle forged in the heat of combat. Back elbow attack to get out of this fireman's carry position. And now look at going for the exploder. He's giving the suplex master Sammy Nix a run for his money. Oh no, he's thinking something extremely dangerous, isn't he? Yes, he is. Tope con hero! And lucky for William Styles, he connects with it. That is a large amount of meat coming straight at you, crotch first. That cannot be pleasant for the guy who once upon a time called himself the last Japanese man. Because he's a, xenophobic, racist piece of shit. But still, oh, look at that. Speaking of a piece of shit, throwing him out of the ring like the garbage he is. This is BTW rules. There are no disqualifications, and falls count anywhere in the BTW arena. Into the cover. 1, 2. And the shoulder up before that final and fatal 3 count could be registered by Hana Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family. 7 minutes, 38 seconds, plenty of time left on the clock in this 10-minute, essentially proving ground match. Okada agreeing to a fight. Irish whip with William Styles, a wrestling match as opposed to a gangland mugging in the parking lot. Up and Ushigoroshi, a move stolen from the reigning IWGP World's Heavyweight Champion. Of course, the G stands for Goto. Yamada Jiro has made a career out of stealing moves from more talented wrestlers, including, I will point out, Okada himself. When William Styles started using the... Wait a minute, that's Antonio Inoki's fall-away slam for the 1, 2... When Yamada Jiro started using the Rainmaker Lariat, it was a ripoff. When William Styles started using it, it was a tribute. At least originally. Now, a bit more of a reclamation. 6.5 minutes coming up, and here comes the table. And those metal slats pointing up, that's essentially a bed of nails. Oh! And thank God for the AWL mandated knee pads. There's that Warhammer! Into the cover. 1, 2... And as much as I hate to say it, I gotta give Yamada Jiro credit for at least a little bit of fighting spirit. Able to get up from that, but here comes the Rainmaker! And wait a minute, he's hesitating. William Styles not going for the cover off of the Rainmaker Lariat. Maybe not wanting to win the match with it? Okada won his match with a Rainmaker over Majiku earlier tonight. William Styles seeming kind of conflicted, at least in his body language. I do not know what's going through the man's mind. He's kind of talkative. I imagine he'll tell us if he feels like it. Running drop kick, putting his own back into that particle board of that table. Irish whip, and oh, they collide in the mid-ring. Both men standing spine buster! 1, 2, 3. Doesn't even have to hook the far leg. That's how strong this guy is. But that is interesting. Chose not to pin his opponent after this move, the Rainmaker. Instead going for that spine buster to finish off Yamada Jiro and earn his match with Okada.
Here's your winner, William Styles!
A fight to the finish! Haven't seen one of those in a while. But the challenge has been laid down. We'll have to see if it'll get picked up for next week. Right now, we're going to make some history with the first ever Lightning match.
The following contest is your main event of the evening. It is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is a 5-way lightning match. And it is a fight for 4. Introducing first, taking his victory from the unified school of the Tiger Style. He is the 30th Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, Tiger Mask 2.
This is a 5-way, and for the first time in the history of the Animated Wrestling League, 1 fall to a finish contest. Every single participant is a former AWL Grand Champion, and we are starting off with the most recent former champion, the man who lost the title to Black Tiger Justice at the end of last season. This is a road to redemption for Tiger Mask 2, if he can walk it, and he's going to have some incredible competition in the next 4 men to be introduced to you right now. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we're running this one back. Arguably the best in the world.
Introducing next, making his way to the ring from Essex, England, representing the United Empire. He is the 29th Anime Wrestling League Grand Champion, the Ariel Assassin, Will Ospreay.
The question right now, how badly is he beaten up? This is his first match. This is Ospreay's first match since AEW Revolution, with that shockingly violent cage match with Kyle Fletcher. But right now we're going to focus on what drives Ospreay, and it is these people. Chant with him, people! Ospreay! Ospreay! No matter where he goes, anywhere in the world, he makes that connection. He conducts the audience like an orchestra. And that is what gives him his power, that connection that he makes with the fans. That is why he is on another level.
Introducing and making his way to the ring from Nishiginamori, representing Yokai Butai, he is the 28th Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, the Emerald Dragon.
And the dragon fire illuminates the arena as it was in days gone by. And I think Emerald Dragon has earned the right for me to say that. 28th AWL Grand Champion, the dragon that was slain by St. George, bruv, Will Ospreay. Tonight, the dragon attempts to bite back and get Yokai Butai back into the AWL Grand Championship picture. Yokai Butai already has a presumptive #1 contendership in the tag team division. So, I don't know why that match hasn't happened yet. The Black Tigers, again, ducking serious challengers.
Introducing next, making his way to the ring from parts unknown, he is the 22nd Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, the bearer of the Star of Aztec, Rasumohoshi, Aztec Kaiser Neo!
Aztec Kaiser Neo, in fact, a Triple Crown champion. AWL Grand Champion, Intercontinental Champion, and a winner of the Oshogatsu Taikai. He is set to compete at King of Trios as part of Shinji Dai Returns, the second-generation Japanese tokusatsu superhero. Azuteka no Hoshi Hawa to Faito. Never mind, sorry. Okay, I'm recording this way too late at night.
And finally, making his way to the ring from Yokohama, Japan, he is the 7th Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, the Scion of Submission, Chiba Akagi.
That's right, we are going back into the archives for this one. Chiba Akagi won the AWL Grand Championship in no less a venue than the Tokyo Dome at AWL 200, a long time ago. But he is more than eligible to compete in this match. And hold on to your backsides, ladies and gentlemen. There's that hidden blade to start. Because this is a one-fall match, odd number of participants. That means you're going to need to have eyes in the front, back, side, top, bottom, and under your own neck in order to survive this match. Everybody's going to be looking for that quick cover, and everybody's going to be looking to break it up. There's going to be no set pattern here. There's no elimination. That's never happened in the Animated Wrestling League. One of the foundational principles of the Animated Wrestling League is that one-fall multi-man matches are bullshit. Especially when titles are on the line. Oh, the champion doesn't have to be involved in the decision to lose the title. Nonsense. So this is the first time the AWL Commissioner has ever approved what we are apparently now calling a lightning match. There are incidentally no countouts and no disqualifications, as there are no eliminations. Inverted DDT by the Scion of Submission, who's at a huge disadvantage here, because his submission skills are not going to avail him, and there'll be 3 people, guaranteed 3 people, eligible to break up the hold. The Emerald Dragon sent to the outside, Chiba Akagi down, and a vicious super kick by Will Ospreay, who had to pull out the move he promised he would never, ever do again. Whether you call it the Storm Driver, whether you call it the Tiger Driver 91, he had to use it to defeat Kyle Fletcher, and apparently pissed off his wife in the process, if you heard him on Dynamite. Got back from the match, 15 missed calls from the missus, apparently. He says he talked his way out of it, but I don't believe that for a second. Collar and elbow tie-up, vertical suplex possibility. Oh, ooh! A low vertical suplex, snapping, if you will. The steel steps have already been brought in. Again, this is not... I don't like to say this. What the AWL Commissioner has done here is not that different from BTW rules. And I'm not particularly happy that I get to say that, but I have to say that. 20 minutes on the clock in the event of a time limit draw. None of these men will join the AWL Best 4. Right now, the Best 4 consists of Matt Classic 2, who will presumably be challenging at Champions Week, which is only a couple weeks away, King Akira and The Rock. The winner of this match takes the 4th and final slot. I don't know if they would have time to work their way up the ranks between now and Champions Week. It's only 2 weeks away. King of Trios and Champions Week all going to be part of the same celebration, the midpoint of the AWL season. Couple of right hands there by Ospreay. And look at this. Oh! A Boston Crab into a backbreaker. And Chiba Akagi literally on the ropes. Vertical suplex position. Wait a minute. That's the Kaiser Smash! From Tiger Mask 2 to Aztec Kaiser. Immediately broken up, however, by Chiba Akagi. Now, if you've been watching this, and obviously you can see it just as well as I can, Cobra Clutch, oh, broken up, I hate to say it, perfectly legal low blow there. No holds are barred in the lightning match. It's all about speed, it's all about timing, and it's all about getting lucky. Tiger Suplex does not hold for the bridge, unfortunately. Somebody's bleeding, and I think it is Ospreay having reopened those wounds from the cage match. I could have told you that was going to happen. Coming up on probably the first time call here, probably the first of several. Billy Robinson's special. From the man who says, I'm in my mid-30s, I don't jump off cages anymore, but, a few days after jumping off a cage. Backflip, escape, Ospreay. A physical marvel, a human highlight reel. Looking for a... Wait a minute, Tiger Suplex, and then no hold, but look at that, Storm Breaker! He's won titles, he's won tournaments with that Stormbreaker, but not going to pull out the Storm Driver here, I don't think.
5 minutes past.
15 minutes remaining, snap vertical suplex. It's a 20 count on the out. Well, actually, no, not a 20 count, it's no countouts. And no disqualifications, as the steel steps getting sent to the outside. And there's the Manji Gatame, but immediately broken up. As Aztec Kaiser Neo on the ropes, nobody's going to the outside here. Nobody Everybody's scared of being out of the ring in case of a cover. And I think they're actually quite right to do that. And a standing stomp to Will Ospreay. Shinji Dai Sunrise from a former member of Shinji Dai. And now grabbing a, looks like a Dragonic stretch on his former teammate in that second generation stable. His place taken by El Hijo del Magiku in the Shinji Dai Returns trio, a King of Trios, and for the second time, Stormbreaker! Cover 1, and immediately when Aztec Kaiser Neo realized that his cover wasn't being counted, immediately moves to break up Ospreay's snap vertical suplex by the Puroresu no Hoshi, the star of pro wrestling. And I don't mean stars in celebrity, I mean stars in guiding light. The superhuman strength and power granted by that star of Aztec, mysterious mystical gem in the crest of the helmet of Aztec Kaiser Neo. And I will point out, by the way, speaking of Aztec Kaiser Neo, a little bit of behind the scenes scuttlebutt here. I saw Aztec Kaiser Neo talking to Ultra Mantis Black earlier today while the ring was being set up. I was here doing the sound check, which, to be honest, we did kind of massively screw up. And I saw the two of them talking to each other. I don't know what about. I couldn't quite overhear them, considering two men in masks and helmets were talking. Oh, this is not good. That is not good. Oh, Poison Rana counter to whatever the heck Ospreay had designed. Snapmare into the bow and arrow lock. And again, you cannot get a submission in a match like this. Brain Buster 2. Chiba Akagi looking to grab a hold on anything and anyone that he can. Irish Whip. No, he counters it with a side headlock takeover. And now he's looking for the... No, he's going back to Ospreay. Two of the best technical wrestlers in the world today. The clutch knee strikes. Collar and elbow tie up here between Aztec Kaiser. No, it cover in the back on the Emerald Dragon. And remember, it was... Uh-oh. Stomp, that is above the bell. Another bow and arrow lock, this time on Ospreay. But again, broken up. You cannot... The scion of submission is such a disadvantage here. His style just does not work in a match like this. He's going to have to get really creative if he wants to win this. Cover 1, 2... And now we're starting to see the deep 2 counts. This is where the fatigue's going to be a factor. Tiger Mask and Ospreay. It was Tiger Mask that dethroned Ospreay from the Grand Championship. And look at that, grabbing the Gugu Plata out of nowhere. And Tiger Mask is tapping! Tiger Mask is tapping! Somehow, the submission guy managed to win the multi-man. And I don't think he even heard his own music playing.
Here's your winner, Chiba Akagi!
Well, he realizes it now. Chiba Akagi, for the first time in years, first time since 2017, is in the title picture. And with Champions Week and King of Trios coming up, anything could happen, and it is official. Next week, it's going to be a fight to the finish. We'll see you then. Korede Imarida.